find my stream first, but hey guys, it's Cugsley and welcome to Soupventures 27. I hate that YouTube used to be so nice and recommend me my own stream so I could find it easily. Now I have to like look for it. Here we are. Alrighty. And new chat, let's get the music on. I think it's split there. Oh, look at that. There we go. So again, I don't exactly know what I'll do for this stream, so I'm just gonna start doing stuff. You know, just make whatever. I've been working on the mahjong stuff for a bit, as you can see. I showed this in my video too, but I've definitely got a lot farther with it. So, well, actually, fun fact: you're first to the live stream, but also not at the same time. But hi, guys. It's a really weird situation. You'll see. All right. So all I got to do is make a single mahjong piece. And then I'm done with most of the pieces. There's still one more, but one more set. But that comes later because it's hilariously difficult to make and I'm scared. Okay. There we go. Let's make the 9-piece. Oh, you updated your game? I'll check it out after this then. You bet. Alright, here we go. Now let's just start deleting this, and we're just going to go straight into it, because I do want to get to your game too, so I'm going to try to do this relatively fast. Okay, so now the piece that I'm working with, I'm going to be using black, and be going to this, there we go. Now it starts off pretty thin, kind of like right here, so, there we go. Or wait. Make sure it's dark. That's better. Oh, you have a Discord server? Nice. I have a fully functioning one again. I'm actually quite happy about that. It was a very odd situation what happened earlier. The person who did it insists that it wasn't them, and then it is an odd situation. It's yeah. Definitely I would find it difficult to find stranger occurrences as of right now. So really that's kind of what it needs to be now. Really, it goes, actually, the edge of it goes to like right here. Yeah, right around there. More like right here. Does that, right? But the difference is it's actually supposed to be rather thick in this area. So we need to really do this. Kind of like that. There we go. And then what we're gonna do, alright, so I'm just copy this guy, bring it right around here. Oh, this needs to go a little higher up actually, this isn't quite high enough. There we go. That's better. It's supposed to be a little higher up, which is why. Alright. And now let's actually go into some details on this as well. So we're gonna do that and then just like that. Also, let's see this. I'm on live chat. I don't see Mysterious Bones here. But Mysterious Bones, your love is not here. You heard a person asked you, yeah. It's so for the sake of what happened there, I'm gonna keep a lot of that secret. So I'm sorry for deleting that message, but I don't exactly want that out because of the other people involved and who were asked for that stuff. Let's like keep it on the down low. Also, Mysterious Bones, get your big face over here. Yeah, where's Mysterious Bones? Hope he's doing well. But I hope you understand, Showbear. More like decency for the people involved with that. Let's see. This is like around there. Oh, no, wait, nope. Around here. Then go across like that. I used to actually use a different method, but I found it very ineffective. In fact, even this one, if you'll notice, it's actually going above a bit. It's annoying. So, and that's because of the fact that this is above. So, we're going to have to use that method. We're going to have to bring this down. Here we are, and we have to use precise move. There we go. So now it's supposed to move kind of like in that general direction there. And do 30 degrees. And do that. Then what's going to happen is we're going to get this. We're going to rotate it a little bit. And then we're going to bring it down like that. There we go. Let's read these. Oh, hey, Mysterious Bones. Mysterious Bones, you shall not. Ah, I killed Sans. Dang. Oh, hey, it's been a while since I've seen you here. What are you doing? Now you're Sean S. Now your name changes way faster than I'd expect it to. Alright. Now what's going to happen is this piece here is going to tilt even farther. Almost like that. Like this. And then there's going to be another piece right around here. Really, it's supposed to go... It's a really odd situation. Actually, I'm going to have to delete this. You'll see why, because I need it to go like that. And this piece... Oh, come on. There we go. Go. Much better, much better. And this one here is gonna go like this. Come on. Oh, but you see, the problem is, ooh, this is a tough one. This is a tough one. Alright, we're gonna have to figure this out. This is supposed to be shorter. It's actually, really, it's supposed to be right around here. Which I suppose I'm gonna have to do that if that's really the case. I'm gonna have to make that shorter as well, but, you know, all part of the process. All part of the process. That's the thing. There we are. Do that. And rotate this one to right around there. Like that. Here we are. That's a lot better, like a lot better looking. But even then, it's still too much. Well, this is also supposed to be thicker. Maybe that it's supposed to really be right there. And then it's supposed to go like this. No, let's try go for that small percentage. But really, I want it to go like that. You see, it doesn't look right, does it? Because that one there is a little too... If we did it like this, that should fix it. Alright. Just gonna do like that. Only not quite. I want it to curve a bit more. I'm taking a bit more creative liberty with this one, actually. If I'm being honest here. Because it's supposed to go... Well, the main problem is actually this is a bit too curved in itself. Just delete that. There we go. That's better. And we'll curve that one like 7 degrees. Too long. Too long. Come on, I can do this. I can do this. 8 degrees. If I can get a little... Uh-oh. Internet connection is struggling. Okay. Let's do like right around here. That's better. Kind of. And then all we gotta do is this. Just grab grab one. Grab. There we go. That's a little large there, isn't it? So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna set a base foundation. So instead of having it start off that much, just have it start off there. Move it down again. And then do it like that. And really, I also want this to curve a little bit as well. No, come on, 6%. Or 7%. Hey, thank you for introducing yourself. Welcome back. There we go. All right, so what do you have for us today, Mr. Favor? Well, while we wait for requests to come in, why don't you tell us what you did today? Not even regarding vegetables? Ooh. Wait a second, can they hear you right now? Wait a second, can they hear you right now? Wait a second, can they hear you right now? Oh no, they definitely can't. Oh no, they definitely cannot hear you. I'm just going insane. Like the music just stopped and I started talking to the air. Well, I think it's really funny that they mentioned potatoes because that's like oh no, they got me. Alright, yeah, I'm back. So as it turns out, I think that they can't hear you because for some reason. Oh, hey, wait, where is that? Hold on. Audio sharing settings. No, it says share party audio. Well, isn't that weird? Try. Hey, can you guys hear Mr. Favor and his talk about his very good diet? Now I gotta find out what's going on here. Because I couldn't hear you when I tested. Well, you said yes, but I'm not sure how to feel about this. Oh, well, I thought you were just using his account to watch the stream. He's just staying silent. Oh, alright, cool. In that case, yeah, continue. Just making sure. Technical difficulties and all. Oh, you're really quiet? Oh, well, Mysterious Bones just doesn't even know who you are. He must not have heard your introduction. It was. Wait, don't say that. I'm pretty sure they can. Oh! It sounds to me as though we fixed the audio. Okay, no, never mind. He definitely couldn't hear you say that you hated them. Whoops. Mr. Favor said that he did not mean to say that. It was an accident. It was a Freudian slip, if you will. I can assure you, Mr. Favor here loves you just as much as he loves giant green beans. Isn't that right, Mr. Favor? No, they cannot hear you. He said yes. This is now he's furiously burping. Oh, sorry. Update, he's puking. He's violently vomiting. Hopefully into somewhere that can sustain such vomit. Today's live stream is sponsored by the Cardi Rum. The Cardi Gold Lump. Put it in your cake. Put it in your... I'm trying to translate for you, dude. Let me translate. Why can't they hear you? If you want to, yeah. If you want to, you can do that. Yeah. Wait. Are you sure you don't want to try out me just like saying everything that you say right after you say it? Oh, well. Okay, they want you to, no, sorry. He wants you guys to hear his suave voice. So, call me on the phone and we'll work this out. Yeah. I don't care how you call me on phone. It can be through Instagram, it can be through the phone, I mean, hey, whatever floats your boat. Oh, I have a speaker. I can make your voice really loud because I have that awesome speaker. You're going to like No. Shh, it's okay. It's not going to be like, it's not going to break it because you're not going to be 1,500 volume. I'm sorry. Oh, so Wyatt is asking, are you guys are the folks at home dabbing on me? Because he's looking at the chat here, and it seems to insinuate that dabbing is commencing. Okay, cool. The speaker works. So just call me. Let's do this. I don't think they can hear you. Yeah. Call me on the phone. Also, I finished the mahjong. What do you think? Oh. Thank you. I'm very proud of this mahjong. Especially this one. This one actually turned out really well. Especially since I reused a piece, but hey, no one noticed. No one noticed that. All right, so he just got off of the call on PS Plus on PlayStation Network. Now he's calling me. Now I'm answering. Now he is on speaker. Speaker, I say. Wait, hold on. They can't hear you yet. Okay, now try.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is your
Oh, that's really loud.
voice man, Mr. Favor. I'm calling over from Connecticut. I'm in Connecticut right now. Not hosting. You're hosting. I'm helping with this live stream.
Thank you. Thank you.
We had some technical difficulties earlier. We had everything set up, but this is kind of the fail-safe, and it's not as smooth. It's not what the people wanted, but it's what you're getting. So be happy with what you have. That's the lesson for today. Healthy eating and complacent thinking. That's our...
Yes. So, in today's climate, what do you think is the most important aspect of complacent thinking and conforming to the government and all of the orders?
Complacent. I think that as a citizen of the United States government, you should be submissive, if you will, to your kind government. You should, listen to everything they say and take it without a grain of salt. I know people usually say with a grain of salt. You need to wholeheartedly believe everything that your government is saying to you, including, government-based media, all of that. Any way they try to communicate to you, they know best. You need to follow them. Now, that's saying they're communists. If they're communists, listen to them. Now, on the other hand, if they're, the unsavory bunch.
Yes.
The folks who like to stir up trouble. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, we're talking
my brain
about
has melted.
Talking about the hooligans.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today's live stream is sponsored by Green Giant Potatoes, fresh Idaho potatoes.
Ooh.
I can't.
Idaho potato.
Yeah, fresh Idaho potatoes. Eat healthy. Brain food.
It has no nutritional value, but it has brain value.
Green Giant potatoes.
It appears to me that a child has broken into the studio. We are currently...
Get out of here! Get out of here!
As you can see, our guards have swiftly taken care of the situation. The child is now dead. All right, we may continue.
Child is gone, and we've quelled the situation.
Indeed,
and I'm now getting reports that the rum cake is almost done.
Oh.
Viewers at home, I'm somewhat of a baker, and if I really, how are ratings going down? Am I causing ratings to go down?
No, we actually have one extra viewer. So currently we are about.
I'm increasing ratings. Nice.
It's like a 20% increase. And currently, the child who had previously broken into the studio is now in the chat and currently bleeding to death. So let's just continue on going and hope that it's a
moment
very
of silence
peaceful...
for children.
Yes. I still hear him breathing in the background. Is he still alive? Did we fail? That sounds like a yes. Yeah. I'm very sorry to hear such a tragic moment.
I swear there wasn't. I like to start every day off with a nice, fresh Green Giant baked potato. I like to mash them. I like to bake them. I like to hash them. I like to fry them. I like my potatoes, my Green Giant Idaho potatoes, many different ways, and that's how you can make them. Many different ways.
Thank you.
They're nice and filling. They got spunk. And they're...
And the one thing I love about potatoes is that they're so bland they're good. It's like a logical fallacy, yet somehow they pull it off.
Somehow they pull it off.
You can eat potatoes.
Hey, wasn't the last stream that I was in about potatoes? Didn't the entire story that I was telling revolve around...
It did. It was the SCP potatoes, where there was nothing but potatoes. It was just potatoes everywhere.
Potatoes. Seems like they're making a comeback. Wow.
Now, folks at home, what I'm currently doing right now is setting up for the final set, if you will, of mahjong pieces. Because after this, I will have all 136 mahjong pieces created. 144 if we include the pieces that I won't be including, but luckily for me, I will not be including them. So, Mr. Favor, if I may ask, how did you become introduced to such holy foods as potatoes? Yes. Uh-huh. I see. Well, that is one way to look at it, yes.
I was introduced to potatoes early on in childhood.
Mm-hmm.
I like potatoes. Potatoes are good.
We all like potatoes. Isn't that something?
Really,
Amen.
potatoes really have that sort of little something that you need in day-to-day life. I feel like without at least 2 potatoes a week, you really can't live normal. Like there is no way to live a productive, fulfilling life without 2 potatoes a week.
Yes.
So listeners at home, that's your cue to start incorporating Green Giant fresh Idaho potatoes in your everyday diet.
Well, you guys heard that. If you don't have Green Giant, you just ain't doing it right. So, what other foods would you say have special healing properties? You know, curing cancer, healing the sick, giving money to the poor, aside from potatoes. Anything else?
Anything else? Well, I do have to say the teachings of our Messiah, Dr. Michael Bratt.
Did you just dox him?
God Emperor of
Did you just say his
the
full
plane
name?
of existence that we currently reside on. His teachings really keep my life going. And without it, I feel like I just wouldn't be able to perform at maximum power. I feel like I wouldn't be able to, eat, sleep, breathe without the teachings of my Messiah, Lord and Savior, Dr. Michael Bratt. His songs play through my head every single day, constantly. And I feel like without that sort of motivation, without the need to quelch a thirst for blood provided by his teachings, I feel I don't have very much. But through him, I have everything.
Through his infinite wisdom, he has provided for us many great things. He has. Amen. Amen, brother. Amen. So, now let's get on to the real meat of the subject today. So, what do you
Ladies and
think?
gentlemen at home,
Ooh.
Ladies and gentlemen at home, if you haven't already learned, I am currently making a rum cake. I don't know how many of you eat cake. I don't eat cake often, but when I do eat cake, I like a few select types.
Why? Who doesn't
usually
like types?
my 2 favorites.
Pardon?
My 2 favorite types of cake are pineapple upside down cake and rum cake. I feel like there's something else there. There's something else there that also climbs that list, that also sits there with those others. I feel like there's a few others.
Well,
that sit there. But for right now, I'm actually baking a quite delicious looking rum cake, and I'm starting right now as we speak. I'm looking at it in the oven. Now, and ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get a notepad, write this recipe down. It's a pretty simple recipe. As a baker, it's not completely, for me, it's not completely from scratch. I usually like doing things from scratch, but this recipe is an easy, more simple way to make a delicious rum cake. So if you will, get a notepad, get something to write this down on. Here's the recipe. So the recipe calls for 1 cup chopped pecans, which is not what I did. I didn't put any pecans in this recipe because I just want rum cake. That's awful. Perhaps it's good, maybe, but I don't want to put nuts in my food. 1 box yellow cake mix. Kind of cheating, but that's what the recipe calls for. So if you want to do that, go ahead. That's what I did because I was lazy. Next ingredient, 1 3/4 ounce box vanilla instant pudding. This gives it that fluffy texture that you're looking for when you're making a rum cake. It really keeps it kind of spongy, but not terrible. You know what I'm talking about. It's a good spongy, not a kind of, hey,
soft.
This texture is just
Keeps it
it's too
fresh.
rubbery. It's absorbing all of the liquids in my mouth. I don't want to do that. No, it's a nice, soft, warm, especially when it's warm. It's great. Room temperature is good. And then next ingredient, we got 4 eggs. Now, I do have some gripes with this recipe. It doesn't specify what type of eggs you're asking for. Usually when I come across the recipe, it specifies, hey, 4 large chicken eggs. Hey, 4 small robin eggs. Hey, 4 medium-sized ostrich eggs. But no, this recipe does not specify, and that's why I'm kind of looking down on it with the kind of laziness and the stupidity, if you will, of this recipe. But I think it'll turn out a good cake. 1/2 cup cold water. Cold water. 1/2 cup of cold water. Cold water. 1/2 cup. 1/2 of a cup of cold water. The water is cold. It's 1/2 of a cup of the cold water. Water that is cold in 1/2 of a cup. You measure out 1/2 a cup. Cold water. Take the water. You can make it cold. You could get pre-coldened water. Make it cold. Take room temperature water. Make it cold. You can get any type of water. Just as long as it goes cold, you're fine. And it has to be 1/2 a cup.
So
make sure it's 1/2 a cup.
Pardon me.
You need
here.
to put 1/2 a cup of cold water when you're making this recipe. 1/2 a cup of cold water is what I recommend. You need 1/2 a cup of cold water for this recipe.
So I hope you
1/2 a
pardon
cup
me
of cold
here.
water. 1/2 cup of cold water.
But
No more, no less. Cold water would be the best for this recipe, and 1/2 a cup of it.
so I know that a lot of people at
Next
home.
ingredient.
Hold
is a
on,
1/2 cup
hold
vegetable
on.
oil.
We got to address
1/2
some
cup
questions.
vegetable oil.
Okay.
1/2 cup vegetable oil.
No.
The oil of vegetables. 1/2 cup of it. 1/2 cup vegetable oil. 1/2 cup vegetable. 1/2 cup of rum. Next ingredient is 1/2 cup of rum. Now the recipe specifies Captain Morgan's rum, and I feel like it's a little bit of product placement. I don't know how I feel about that. Like when, don't tell me what kind of rum I should use, because in my cake I'm using Bacardi Gold. Bacardi Gold rum. That's a different language, but it's a good rum. I don't drink at all, but I will have to say it's a good rum. You know, wow. How are viewers doing today, Mr. Cugsley?
So
Right
I
at the
feel
moment.
so. One person, 2 people have left, but I think it has to do with a very burning question that a lot of them may have. So you mentioned cold water, but a lot of people, believe it or not, may not have access to cold water on the fly, seeing as it's a very valuable resource. So if you don't have cold water, how would you go about getting said cold water?
If you have some water laying about, if you have water already laying about, it's good. Right? So if you want to make the water cold, you're going to have to do this in the winter time. Maybe if you're in Florida, you're going to have to kind of migrate. It's kind of difficult, kind of a long step, but it's a good step for making this cake. You need to have cold water, specifically 1/2 a cup of cold water. Make sure you measure this cold water to 1/2 of a cup. But make sure, first and foremost, it's 1/2 cup of water, because you can always change it later. You can always make it warm if you want. God forsaken, you want to have warm water in this recipe. That's a no-go. But if you wanted to do that, if one cell in that twisted brain of yours says, hey, you make this using warm water, and you decide to do that, you know what? I'm not eating it. You're probably going to poison your family. But whatever, it's not anything I have to worry about. I didn't make this recipe. But what I'm saying is use cold water. Now, if you want If you want cold water, then you're going to have to find, you have to go north, perhaps north, especially right now. It's fairly cold outside where I am. I don't know about you, Mr. Cugsley, but it's fairly cold, but it's not cold enough for the type of water that we want. Now, if we want the cold water that we're looking for, we might want to maybe go to Vermont. We go to Vermont this time of year, and you take your half cup water and you sit it there at least overnight. Make sure it's outside overnight. You might want to cover it up a little bit so no bugs get in there, unless you want bugs for extra protein. That's always a good thing. And you put this in here, and that's your cold water. You take it back from Vermont. That's a nice cup of cold water. You want cold water, that's what you're looking for. We've dropped in viewers, I see. I feel like that's my fault.
No, we have 6 viewers right now. We have 6 viewers right now. Hold on.
Tally from the...
Hold on. You have... Listen, you elaborated on the cold water, and we gained 2 viewers. It's perfectly fine. You know, the only
Pasta Goodness has this recipe down. Thank you, Pasta Goodness. I really make sure to put.
Yeah, Pasta Goodness, you're really good.
Make sure you put ounces, 1 3/4 ounces of instant pudding. But other than that, I really appreciate your help. And then what I'm about to make, what I keep forgetting to make. I was about to make it, but then I just forgot in the middle of doing it. We're about to make the glaze for this. So what we're going to need, our first ingredient is 1/4.
Everything all right there, Mr. Favor?
Yeah, everything's going fine. Now, we're going to need 1/4 pound of butter. 1/4 pound of butter. If you have then you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with this butter. We're having technical difficulties. Apparently there's another child in the studio.
Well, you know the protocol. Let's kill him.
He's dug in.
Ooh.
Stop. That's all I gotta say. All I gotta say is stop. So what we need for this is 1/4 pound of butter. Now, if you don't know how heavy butter is, then you're gonna want to take your butter. Let's be safe with Jesus Christ. Do I have a pound of butter?
Do you have a pound of butter?
Oh yeah, I got a pound of butter. That's a whole box. That's 4 sticks of butter, ladies and gentlemen. I can't. All right. This recipe is really getting on my nerves. I mean, like, make sure you're recording this, ladies and gentlemen, at home. It's not the best recipe, but it is a recipe. So, you got to, as the greats say, you got to do the cooking by the book when you're making a cake. Now, I don't do that all the time because I feel like that sort of rule is ridiculous, and I feel like you need to do things your way. But let's just do what they want. Let's listen to them. We're going to want 1/4 pound of butter. And you know how I just said we needed a whole pound of butter? We don't. We only need 1 stick. So I'm retracting my last statement. I was saying this is a ridiculous recipe with too much butter in it. I was about to put an entire pound of butter in the glaze when in fact we only needed 1 stick. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for staying with me. I'm sure you're bearing with us. You're bearing with me through this. All right, so we got this pound of butter, 1 stick. You're gonna want to set your pan, put your pan, not your pan, your pot. Take a pot, put it on the stove, and set it to medium temperature. And you're gonna want to leave it there for a little bit. You're gonna want to keep it preheated for when you start doing this. But I forgot to do this, so I'm just going to throw the butter in here. So the butter's going in. We got 1 stick of butter, making sure to rub my dirty hands all over it. And now, after that, we need 1/4 cup of water. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is 1/4 cup of water. If you don't know what 1/4 cup of water is, it's a liquid. We need water. This is 1/4 cup of water. Ladies and gentlemen, we need 1/4 cup of water for the recipe. So I want to change things up a little bit. Instead of using 1/4 cup of water, because this is a rum cake, I'm going to use 1/4 cup of rum. So, ladies and gentlemen, instead of water, you can substitute water for rum in this recipe if you'd like.
Oh, pardon me. Alright, I'm back. You may continue, Mr. Favor.
So you can substitute water for rum here in this recipe with the glaze. Just go ahead and throw 1/4 cup of rum in there. 1/4 cup of rum. 1/4 cup of rum or water, whichever suits your liking. Then we're going to want 1 cup of sugar.
Mm-hmm.
This is a terrible recipe. All right, so we're going to want 1 cup of sugar, ladies and gentlemen. No description of what the sugar is. Like, legitimately, it doesn't say brown sugar. It doesn't say cane sugar. It doesn't say confectioner sugar, like what you would normally expect in a glaze. But I guess we're just throwing normal old sugar in this recipe. We're going to put our rum in, or water if you want to go, you know, the normal route, use some water. It's fine. But we're going to put our water or rum in. Now we're going to take out a measuring cup because not all of us are eagle eyes. All of us at home are eagle eyes when it comes to baking. We can't just tell. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to use a cup. There's a 1/2 cup. There's a 1/2 cup of sugar. Oh, fuck!
So, ladies and gentlemen at home, what you're hearing right now is the sound of a person currently losing their mind after putting too much of something in. He meant to say
no
fuck.
problem, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to clean that up here in a little bit. We use our quicker picker-upper for this one. Green Giant Idaho fresh potatoes. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take our potato here, and we're just going to use it to scoop. Stuck to the counter.
That was a sound.
We're gonna use this and.
Oh, I thought that.
There's a child in the studio again. He's really cramping my style, ladies and gentlemen. But I can't do anything about it because he's coming to the studio for the 3rd time, and every single precaution we take has been met with futility. So we're just gonna, brush it under the carpet, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you usually do with problems, right? That's what I do with my problems. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna put the sugar in. 1 whole cup. Remember that, ladies and gentlemen. 1 whole cup of. I'm using normal cane sugar right here because the recipe doesn't specify. And then we're gonna put a 1/2 cup dark rum. I don't have specifically dark rum. The only rum I have is normal rum. I don't know. We're gonna put some. Fuck.
They can hear that.
We're gonna put some. What?
They heard your profanity.
Oh, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna put some. Hold on, I'm getting a. Oh, the cake's done, ladies and gentlemen. We gotta speed this up. We're doing this way too slow. This is quick baking, brought to you by Mr. Favor and Mr. Cugsley of the. You haven't named this live stream. What is this?
This is doing even more stuff. It's called making more things in general, which is perfectly fitting. No, making.
Making of things.
Yeah, you're just making of random things, and it appears to me that this is fitting perfectly with the theme, because now we're talking about baking and mahjong at the same time.
Right.
Exactly.
All right. So we're gonna put we're just gonna put our normal, all-purpose rum, because usually you have a nice all-purpose baking rum. I don't have any dark rum on hand, so we're just gonna put some all-purpose baking rum in our recipe. Half cup of rum. You weren't with me earlier, ladies and gentlemen, but wow, I'm using all the rum.
That's a lot of rum.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be none to drink after this. Ha ha! Ha ha! Funny.
That was pretty funny. Keep on going.
Perfect measurement. Yeah, we barely have any rum left now. So we're going to pour that rum in there. Speed baking. I need to take this thing out of the oven before it burns. Don't want to start a fire, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take this thing out of the oven. Take a look at it. Ooh, sexy. Sexy, ladies and gentlemen. We have a sexy cake right here. Mr. Cudsley, could you sound the sexy cake alarm? Thank you, Mr. Cudsley. That is a sexy, sexy cake. Now we're going to set this cake down, and we're going to flip it over in a cake thing. We're going to put in a cake thing. So we're going to turn off the oven, ladies and gentlemen, because we don't want to start a fire right now. I'm all for fires normally, ladies and gentlemen, but today we just don't want to have to deal with that. It's too late. It's too late at night. We're inside the house. I almost just grabbed a pan that just came out of the oven. And apparently the recipe, after putting that normal sugar in there, there's an unspecified amount of confectioner sugar that I'm supposed to put in there. An unspecified amount. It does not say how much. There's no measurement to this. I am not a seasoned baker, per se, but I would say that, per se. That's not, I took Latin for at least 3 years. I should know Latin. But, ladies and gentlemen, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what not to do in the kitchen. You don't want to dump almost half the confectioner sugar that you have into the recipe. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to stir it up a little bit, make sure it's just butter. Ladies and gentlemen, this is just butter. Again, this is a terrible recipe, and again, I'm at no fault right now. This is the recipe's fault. That's a rule of thumb. Usually, you got to blame the recipe if you mess up anything, because there's a lot of bad recipes out there. There's a lot of bad recipes, a lot that don't contain vegetables. You got to eat your vegetables. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't tell you earlier, but in place of pecans, I actually used 4 chopped onions.
That's pretty healthy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've flipped over our cake, and it's too hot to pick up. So right now, our cake is turtled underneath a hot pan, so we can't touch it for the next 10 minutes. So I've just screwed myself a little bit. I was supposed to be a little bit urgent with this, but I guess we're not. We're going to take a look at the recipe and see why there's.
Well, while he does that, I feel like now is a pretty good intermission time to really get a grasp of what's going on here. So let me read the chat here really quickly and just catch up on all the going-ons of our audience. So, time for a comment break. Mysterious Bones says, "Fuck, I'm back. I'm sorry for leaving. Again, it was unexpected." Then, Pasta Goodness said, "Rum cake recipe, 1 cup chopped pecans awful, 1 box yellow cake mix, 1 3/4 instant pudding, 4 eggs, 1/2 cold water, 1/2 vegetable oil, and 1/2 rum." Pasta Goodness, I covered for you, Mysterious. Pasta Goodness, no. Pasta Goodness, problem. Movie Maker WoW 2. Jeez. Mysterious Bones, no. We're all rogged. Eli Favor says, "Bye, guys," waving his hand. Mysterious Bones says, "See ya." Mysterious Bones says, what must we What must we do in case of accidental consumption of any of the ingredients? Pasta Goodness says glazed recipe: 1/2 butter, 1 stick, 4 cups of cheese, 1/4 tablespoon of salt, 6 cups of sugar, 1/4 cup of water. Cook the butter on pan, add cheese, add salt and water, add 6 cups of sugar and the rum. Mix. Pasta Goodness says this glazed recipe is the best. Mysterious Bones: all I hear is art. Pasta Goodness: what the fuck did just happen? I'm dying. Pasta Goodness says, I wish you could clip the stuff on YouTube. Mysterious Bones: you must use Protocol 4. Pasta Goodness: Mysterious, can you cover for me? Mysterious Bones: yes. Pasta Goodness: okay, don't take my paycheck, please. Pasta Goodness: oh my god, can you not swear, please? Oh, whoops. Mysterious Bones: don't worry, I'll give you your money back once come back. Pasta Goodness: okay, thanks. Mysterious Bones: there's never enough rum. Get more. Cam Destroyer: I'm here now, goodbye. Mysterious Bones: hi Cam, bye Cam. CJ: hi. Mysterious Bones: we all know there's no rules in the kitchen, smiley face. Mysterious Bones: this is the best show ever, you. CJ: there were ones when I caught my older friend having sex in the kitchen. Oh, well, that's an interesting one to end it off on. Alright, Mr. Favor, you may now continue.
I poured an empty. Oh Jesus! Oh, our butter seems to be boiling, ladies and gentlemen. This is a. Ow. We're gonna transition over to a little segment we like to call kitchen mishaps. What not to do in the kitchen, ladies and gentlemen. Don't let your butter boil for too long. So we have a pot of butter right here. I feel like I can definitely smell the rum. It's just rum and butter, ladies and gentlemen. That's all that's in the pot. That's all it smells like. It's just butter and rum. It's only butter and rum. I substituted water for rum. Rum and sugar. Rum, sugar, and fat, ladies and gentlemen. That's why here on this channel we like to stay healthy with Green Giant Idaho potatoes. Green Giant fresh Idaho potatoes. They like to keep their stuff quite fresh. Ladies and gentlemen, forgive me.
You are forgiven.
Yeah, I'm forgiven.
You are forgiven.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate it. We're going to keep the fork there. Let's hope it doesn't fall into our vat of butter and rum while we go and put some of our ingredients away, because we don't want to. Here's a cooking tip, baking tip number 1. This is our first baking tip, ladies and gentlemen. A rare one, a rare numbered baking tip. This is the very first one. So, ladies and gentlemen, please keep this in mind. Clean as you cook. Clean as you make food. This is something you should actually follow. Clean as you cook. It'll keep the stress off. I sure haven't been doing it. There's sugar and dirty dishes and butter and rum absolutely everywhere in my kitchen. But, ladies and gentlemen, next time we'll be sure to follow this baking tip or cooking tip. Anything you do in the kitchen, make sure to clean as you do it. All right?
You got the yes from me on that one, Mr. Favor.
I pooped in the sink. This is a problem. There is poop in my sink. TV, filthy fake. I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. My condolences. Get well soon.
So what would you do in a situation where you're uncontrollably defecating in the sink? Because I feel like this may be a common problem among some people.
The common problem, is it do we have, oh, I'm keeping an eye on my boiling butter right now, ladies and gentlemen, and it doesn't look like a glaze. So 1/4 of a stick, 16 ounces is a pound, ladies and gentlemen. 16 ounces is a pound. We're to learn on this channel. We love to learn. 16 ounces is a pound. I put 4 ounces of butter into the pan, ladies and gentlemen. I followed the math. I've done high school, algebra. I've done geometry. I know my shapes. This does not seem to add up. ladies and gentlemen. It's just butter. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do something. I'm going to do, I like to give information. I like to give factual information, but I also like to give some heartfelt tips. Something that really, some emotional stuff for the real people that are at home. We're not a channel full of robots. We're real people here.
You are correct.
So, ladies and gentlemen, every once in a while, you want to try to grab this recipe and show it who's boss. You want to take this recipe, grab it by the throat, and really throttle it until it yields exactly what you want. If you want a rum cake, rum is half the name of the cake. You make a rum cake. Add as much rum as you want. If you want a good rum cake, you follow the recipe. But if you want your own rum cake, you do whatever you want. So stop talking. So we got some hecklers on the stage here. Stop heckling, please. I'd appreciate it. My feelings hurt easily. I'm a very fragile person emotionally. Please don't do anything to hurt my feelings.
Tell me what heckling means.
Ladies and gentlemen from the chat, we like I said, I'm bouncing everywhere in my speech, but ladies and gentlemen, please define. First one to define the word heckle in the chat wins a prize. First one right now. First person. First person to define the word heckle. First person to define the word heckle.
Ooh.
The verb.
Sounds to me as though we have a competition going on. Who's going to do it?
First person to define heckle.
Ooh, it's getting spicy now. Who knows what's going to happen next? Will the audience define the word heckle before someone else in the audience does?
You don't seem very sure, Mysterious Bones. Is that your final answer? Is that what you would say is a standard, proper Oxford's Dictionary definition of heckle?
That doesn't look very good, does it? Eesh. I did not do a good job with
Okay,
that.
ladies and gentlemen, we're opening our dictionaries. We're opening our dictionaries. This is Nobody else seems to be doing it, so I feel like nobody else wants the prize.
Well, Mysterious Bones wins by default.
I feel like
then.
he's just going to get it by default.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. Ladies and gentlemen, can we get a second answer? Can we get somebody else to answer this question? I really don't want to give it to this guy. I just don't like the way he smells.
The way he smells or the way he smiles?
He smells like a cop. But anyway, we're going to Oxford.
We know how much trouble we've had with the police as of recently.
Oxford? What trouble have we had with the police?
Well, you see, rent is due at some point in time, and if you don't pay it, the wrong people will try to get a hold of you.
Yeah, the lease. The lease for the studio that we're in is
very high.
Let me throw a secret down on you guys. Has been paid. It hasn't been paid recently.
For about 2 years.
Paying for our studio, but we are landowners. We do vote. We don't vote. We do vote. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Oxford Dictionary. I'm losing my own mind. Oxford Dictionary of English. This is taking a while, ladies and gentlemen. Can somebody else give me an answer? Somebody else could win this prize. Somebody else could win this prize. Anybody. Anybody.
It appears
Anyone
to me
listening at home right now.
that no one wants to win the prize.
Anyone else?
You know, they can just go online and search the...
Nobody else wants this, and by default, I get to keep this prize.
Wait, no, Mysterious Bones won it by default because he's the only one who gave an answer.
Oh, he's the only one who gave an answer. Hold on, I'm still
pardon
in the
me.
process of looking.
Alright guys, I'll be right back. You guys have Mr. Favor here to keep you company, as he has been doing before, and will continue to do so faithfully.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're keeping this on hold a little bit because we'll get back to you on the winner of this contest here soon. I am the lone man of the show, and my butter's still boiling, ladies and gentlemen. My butter is still boiling. It does not look like glaze. I have done something wrong, ladies and gentlemen. Something very wrong. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to add more sugar. We tend to bend the rules a little bit here on this show. We're going to add a bunch of confectionate sugar. And let's hope this works, ladies and gentlemen. Keep your fingers crossed. Pray to your God. As long as your God is my God, I'm sure it'll work. We're sitting here. We're waiting for the butter. This was supposed to boil for 5 minutes. This was supposed to be 5 minutes. It has been sitting on the stove for 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. 15. 15 minutes. This thing has been boiling. I don't know what to tell you, ladies and gentlemen. What is? Let's take a look at chat. What are you making? I'm making a rum cake. I'm making a rum cake, TV Filthy Fake. If you look through if you sift through the chat, you can find the recipe for both the cake itself and the glaze. Glaze is a bit of a work in progress, but we're chugging along. Grandma gave me this recipe. Granny's recipe. Remove. Wow, okay. We've done a mistake here, ladies and gentlemen. Ow! Ow! Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we made a bit of a mistake. We threw in a few things that rum cake. Rum cake is delicious, ladies and gentlemen. It's my second favorite cake. Possibly first. It's tied with pineapple upside down cake. I like to have it every year for my birthday. It's delicious.
I've returned.
He's returned. And now, TV Filthy Fake, if you'd like to answer the question I asked earlier, you or Mysterious Bones, the other answer of this question, anybody else who answers could have a chance to win a prize, win this prize. So answer in the next, 2 minutes, and define the word heckle. Oxford definition. The word heckle.
Well, while they define the word heckle, I'll have you know that we are currently being sponsored by another sponsor, believe it or not.
Another sponsor, ladies and gentlemen.
Soon we are going to pay this rent and the cops can finally stop messing with us. Today we are being sponsored by none other than Canada Dry Ginger Ale. It may not be good for you.
I wish I had some right now.
In any capacity. In fact, honestly, the more you drink, the more likely you're probably going to die. But they don't care, and that's why we love them.
We love Canadians here.
They may be killing us, but they're doing it very politely.
Mm-hmm. You said it best, my friend. All right, everybody got their answers in. We're receiving final answers by 9:28. Final answers 9:28.
Oh no, they got me. I'm the faker. Hey guys, it's Kugsley. Sorry about that. Kugsley 2 decided to break into the studio and try to steal our rent, but I'm back.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
No, that was Kugsley 2.
Our winner seems to be CJ. CJ, nice one. Nice one answering the question. I believed in you, buddy. I believed in all of you. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you, CJ. So the prize that we're gonna give you is a free recipe.
The prize is our sponsor today, ladies and gentlemen. It is an entire bag of Green Giant fresh Idaho potatoes. Green Giant fresh Idaho potatoes.
Now that is a gift worth dying for.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, due to the COVID virus right now. Shipments will be delayed just a little bit. Shipments will be delayed, but you will get your bag of potatoes eventually. Either that or we'll forget.
One of those two. But worry not, someone will get them.
Someone will get a bag of fresh Green Giant Idaho potatoes. Let's check our glaze, ladies and gentlemen. Let's check our glaze. Oh, it's settled a little bit. I'm stirring it. It looks like rum. It smells like rum. It's butter. It's
Oh.
it's just butter, ladies and gentlemen. Very interesting.
It tricked us there for a moment. We almost thought it was rum.
I really don't want to pour this on the cake because I feel like I made a mistake. All right, we're gonna take this cake out. Whoa! Whoa, ladies and gentlemen, that is a beautiful sound the sexy cake alarm, Caleb. Mr. Cugsley. Oh, I said your name. Cake alarm! I wish the audience could see this. Sadly, we're just a radio talk show. Beautiful cake.
Wait
Beautiful
a second,
cake.
I have a solution for you. Cake. There it is. That's definitely what it looks like. I know.
I can't see it.
Truly beautiful. Isn't that right, Mr. Favor?
Beautiful cake. That's exactly what it looks like. I can't tell the difference, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot tell the difference from the image on the screen and this beautiful, beautiful rum cake here. So viewers at home, listeners at home, we want to let you know that we love you. We love you so much.
We really do love you.
And we don't want anything bad to happen to you.
Absolutely not.
It'd be a real shame if something bad were to happen to you.
It would be.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, a little bit off topic. I just remembered when my grandmother gave me this recipe, she said to make a lot less glaze than what the recipe called for, because the recipe called for way too much glaze. I just now remembered that I have way too much rum glaze now.
Well,
I just now remembered that I'm going to have an excess amount of rum glaze just sitting in the fridge.
Well, don't worry.
Am I
What
gonna
we
drink
call
it?
that is dip. You grab the cake and you dip it in the rum glaze to add a bit of an extra taste to it.
Ah, thank you. We're thankers here at the
Cugsley
Show.
Studio.
Cugsley Show.
Yes.
Cugsley's Corner, Cugsley's Crypt, whatever you want to call
Let's
it,
call
ladies
it-
and gentlemen.
let's call it
All you
Cugsley's
have
Corner.
to know is that this is a great show, very educational here, and we love you.
We love feeding children.
We love you, ladies and gentlemen. We love you.
We truly
Love
do.
you so much.
It's
Ladies and gentlemen, our hearts yearn for you
I've never
Every
felt
night.
this way before.
every single night.
What is this feeling?
I lay in bed,
I cry myself to
yearning
sleep.
for the viewers here.
It's a complicated
these
situation.
tingles. I just, like, I need you guys. I need you.
Please love me back.
I just need to feel you. Ladies and gentlemen, this cake is done. Almost done. We need to pop a few holes in it. We need to put a few holes in this cake. Whole time, everybody. That's what time it is. Cugsley, what time is it?
It is time to eat that cake.
Not yet, Cugsley. You're wrong.
It's always time to eat cake. It's just premature.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a surprise guest today. Ladies and gentlemen,
Ladies and gentlemen, can't do it.
Is that
Ladies and
who I
gentlemen,
think it is?
Whatever it is. I love it. It tastes goodbye.
we got a rum cake, ladies and gentlemen. We have 4 viewers. We have 4 viewers in our radio show. I'm talking. Everybody can hear us. Practically everybody.
Are we steaming right now?
Steaming?
Yes, we are indeed steaming as of right now.
We are steaming right now. Our host of the show today has confirmed that we are in fact steaming.
So everybody in the world net can hear me?
Everybody in the world,
Why,
all 4 of them.
yes, they can. All 3 of them right now, actually.
All 3 of them, they're
Well,
leaving.
technically 2 of them if we don't count me viewing it myself to keep guard of the chat.
We have 0 in the world net.
Well, we're going to put some holes in this cake, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh.
We're going to put some holes in this cake. We're going to stab it. We want to stab this cake nice and good, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to put some holes. We're going to take a toothpick, and we're going to stab the cake. Oh, man, that is a nice cake. The texture of this is fantastic. The texture of this cake is fantastic.
Smells
Ooh.
fantastic.
The glaze, I have way too much glaze. It's practically butter, but we're gonna pour it on there and see what happens.
You probably thicken it up with a little confectionate sugar.
I poured a ton of confectioner sugar in the glaze. It just tastes like butter, or it smells like butter and rum. I substituted the water in the glaze for rum, even though there was already rum in the recipe for the glaze, as well as cheese. And
You put cheese in here?
cheese, and I substituted
Not eating it.
the pecans for chopped onions because I misread the recipe.
Well, I'm not doing that, man.
We like to stay healthy here on the show. We like to eat a lot of vegetables.
That is correct.
Make sure to eat our vegetables, and our sponsor
Health-
loves when we eat our vegetables.
Health is
Don't
our
you
number
guys.
1 concern and our number 1 financial
Yes.
backer.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
We're the Green Giant team.
Uh-huh.
Today, our visitor doesn't know, but we're being sponsored by Green Giant fresh Idaho potatoes.
Indeed we are.
Particularly their potatoes. Specifically, their potatoes.
potatoes.
Just the potato.
Everybody else hates us, but the potatoes.
Yeah, the potatoes love us.
It's only the
And Canada
potatoes.
Dry. Canadians love us as well.
Yes.
Canadians and potatoes.
Yep. Get our potatoes. Yep.
Okay. So we're gonna stab the cake a few times. Quite a few times.
Gosh.
Got to add an adjective there because it's specified. We don't do a good job at police officing because, ladies and gentlemen, we are not police officers.
So we clearly aren't up to the task.
We aren't equipped. We don't really know how to be police officers. So,
But I'm sure we
that's-
could if we tried.
We don't pay our rent. We don't pay taxes. We don't vote. Ladies and gentlemen,
We are model
make sure to eat your
citizens.
vegetables.
Oh god, it's that guy.
Excuse me, Mr. Cugsley. What
Why, yes.
were you saying?
Well, I said we are clearly model citizens. Everyone should
We
model
are model citizens.
their behavior
We don't
after
need
our
to
actions.
Pay taxes.
Or rather, our
We don't
lack
need
of
to pay
actions.
taxes, ladies and gentlemen.
We don't pay taxes because we're too cool for taxes.
We're too cool for taxes, ladies and gentlemen. The phrase "too cool for school" is literal here. We do not go to school.
And it's not because we're too cool.
No, it's completely because we're too cool.
We're way too cool.
It's, like we could go to school, not even a threat of COVID. We're just too cool.
We're simply
Too cool.
too cool, ladies and
Too
gentlemen.
cool.
Mr. Cugsley, you have T-shirts? You have any merch? Anything that our beautiful listeners at home can put on them to represent their favorite people?
I am completely glad you asked. In fact, actually, I do have a merch. However, it's not clothing. It's a food brand, believe it or not.
It's a food brand.
Why, yes, it is. You see, Cugsley is a generic bowl of tomato bisque with celery. Therefore, all you gotta do is go to the store and you'll see several different brands clamoring over themselves to best represent who I am as a person, as a soup. And so, therefore, my brand is already everywhere.
Very, very nice.
Thank you. It's very intelligent.
That's some real espionage in the thing.
Yeah, no one would have saw it coming. No
Ladies and
one,
gentlemen,
Yeah.
you heard it here first, folks. We are
everywhere.
We're doing pretty well.
We are everywhere.
How many viewers do we have?
We currently have 4 viewers. 3
many
if we
viewers?
don't count 4 viewers, 3 if we don't count me.
3 viewers.
And I think that's pretty good.
Oh, hopefully, yes. For
You know how to.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our show here is starting to wane. It's, our can our viewers here? I haven't even told a story. Usually, I tell a story on my appearances here, but I haven't told a story tonight. Would anybody like to hear a story?
That would explain why our viewers are waiting, because they haven't heard an amazing story yet. I feel like this could be the very thing to really bring them back.
Yes.
Yes.
It's come to my attention that the viewers of the show, at least 3 of them are members of the show.
Well, yes. Or you could also say very dedicated fans.
Dedicated fans. That's a good. Yeah. We're gonna go to our. We're gonna find a story. Let's look up a story, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Do we have any? Do we have any requests? Have any requests from the viewers? If you don't answer fast enough, then I won't take your request.
It appears to me as that Movie Maker WoW 2 is back. So perhaps we can get some
Movie Maker
very
2 WoW is back.
Yes.
Got a new
Ooh.
got a new viewer, ladies.
We got a new viewer, guys.
New viewer. Time to sing the new viewer song.
New viewer, new viewer. We've got a new viewer, new viewer, new viewer. They are viewing us. There you go.
Wonderful.
Thank you. I am a very good singer, I know. I get told that a lot.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have a story here. It's not a very good story.
Well, don't say that. It could be a very amazing story.
It was made by who? I don't know who. A communist?
No.
Oh, a communist. Stop pinching me. I'm hurt.
You heard it just in, folks. The kid has broken into our studio again. We're not sure where he comes from, who his parents are, or where he's getting the
Can't
food to
do anything
survive.
about it.
But
can't
he
cause a
is.
commotion, or else the authorities will kick us out of the studio.
Because
So
they
I
don't know
really
that we're
can't
here.
Touch this child. He can touch me. That's how the world works. Stop touching me, please. Please. I can't touch you, but who's to say this gun can't? This gun, ladies and gentlemen, in my hand, I have a gun, ladies and gentlemen. Prepare to die, child. I've missed.
It appears to me that Mr. Favor here is coughing on the child to try to scare it away.
Trying to scare him. As you can tell, ladies and gentlemen, there's a pandemic going around. If I cough on this child enough, he might get sick. That would be a shame. I guess I'll read this. You know what? Do we have any suggestions from the audience?
It appears to me, welcome to the Kungsley Show. Now, movie, do you like fresh drink known as Canada Dry Ginger Ale? And Activate Protocol 4. I think he wants you to talk about Activate Protocol 4. And he said next episode we should learn how to use the old 9mm.
9mm, ladies and gentlemen. I am very familiar with the number 9. Yep.
That's it.
All right.
He is very familiar with the number 9. No one knows it better
Our
than him.
technology here, ladies and gentlemen, is a little bit slow. Our connection is a little bit slow. We're running on McDonald's Wi-Fi, so just give me a few minutes, and when we take those few minutes to take this request from our sweet viewers at home, we're gonna take a look at this cake. Take a look at this cake. We're heading over there. We're on our way.
And
What a great
ladies and
story.
gentlemen, while he does
Um,
this, I'll explain what I'm currently doing right now, which is creating more attack animations for Lady Maria and her, almost I'd say crusade against the player. Alrighty. There we go. Next keyframe. Now we're gonna actually add in another attack because why not, right? Also, Eli Favor says P3. No, that therapist and to size do.
all right. To size do indeed. This is taking so long.
And alright. Pizza to follow. I
Pizza
agree.
to follow indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, here's some wide.
Yes. Okay, next one. Okay. Actually, wait a second. Oh, ooh, I like that. This is going to be a very dangerous attack. And then comes the swing, while Mr. Favor here works out his situations. Oh my god, the broccoli-colored hunk of a man known as the Green Giant.
This is,
Don't worry,
Um,
things are going perfectly as
that-
planned.
we're in the midst of. All right, I was gonna try to follow our. Oh my God, I love the broccoli-colored hunk of a man known as the Green Giant. His product are works of God, and they shall begin world dominance shortly. Textbasta difficulties are a planned segment of the show. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, these technical difficulties are on our own. Ooh, we're taking a look at this glaze, ladies and gentlemen. This is not a glaze. It's just butter. Gentlemen, we're gonna put this on low for a little bit. We're gonna put that on low, and we're going to take some more confectionate sugar. Get some more confectionate sugar, thicken it up. We really stumble upon quite the trouble here. It's almost 10 o'clock. I've been here for like almost 2 hours. And
No, about an hour and 25 minutes.
all right. We're gonna. Oh. Whew. All right. So, I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, I'm fine. I'm okay. Just want to let you guys know.
I'm glad to know that you're okay, Mr. Favor.
Yes, and don't believe otherwise. If anybody's going to tell you otherwise, they're lying. Even if I were to tell you otherwise, they are lying, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, that doesn't mean that doesn't mean that it is a lie that he's not doing otherwise. It means that there is a they, and they are currently lying about a certain situation in time.
Right. So, gentlemen, we're going to go back to a reading of some. Hold on. Let me consult with our
technical agent here.
Staff. We're going to consult with our staff. In 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Consulting with the old staff.
While he consults with the old staff, right here I have the complete and finished animation of her next attack. Of course, you may be wondering, well, why does it look so awkward then? Well, that's because of the fact that the spacing isn't finished yet. But that swing was still pretty nice. So what needs to happen is now we need to have our spacing done properly. So... okie dokie. That's a little better.
Because
Why, yes.
could you check your phone?
Why, yes, I shall check my phone. Thank you very much.
Just check your phone.
Oh, I'm checking my phone right now.
Just check your phone.
Yes, I think you should.
What? Yep. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I've just gotten word from the staff here at the Kudsley Show. We are staffed, very much so. Heavily staffed, I must say. Too much staff. We might have to lay a few people off. But, ladies and gentlemen, I've decided to read an excerpt from the Bible. They say, an excerpt from the Bible.
Why, yes. That's a great decision from the staff.
From the Bible.
An excerpt from the Bible, indeed. What better way to spend time?
An excerpt from the Bible, ladies and gentlemen. The Protestant Bible.
What other Bible is there?
New Testament. Mr. Kudsley, could you check your phone for me?
Why,
really
yes,
quick.
of course. That's odd. There's nothing on my phone here. Interesting.
Oh,
I've been bamboozled.
There was something on your phone.
Was this like a was this like a prank from the studio? Because if so, I sure do love pranks.
That's what we love here at the studio. We love to joke around.
Indeed,
We love
because
to
we
joke around
are
in the studio.
human.
And today we're gonna read. We're gonna read an SCP log.
Oh.
Off this database here. We pulled it up. We're reading about SCP-2947, Object Class Safe. Special Containment Procedures. All instances of SCP-2947 are to be kept in individual containers with foam padding made to fit each instance, to ensure that transportation cannot result in the accidental spinning of the instances. Currently, there are no plans to create new instances of SCP-2947. Aoki events can't speak. May be initiated by 2 or more personnel within Site-29's high-impact test chamber. Proper testing procedure calls for 2 personnel to activate the SCP-2947 instances by spinning them counterclockwise and proceeding to evacuate through the blast doors in a timely manner. Description: SCP-29471-1 is a 3-pronged aluminum fidget spinner toy patterned with stripes in black and a red-yellow gradient. The cap for the axle of SCP-2947-1 has stylized text in katakana script, reading "Fidget Winners" trademark. No such entity has been found in any extant trademark database. When spun in a direction that the user perceives as counterclockwise, SCP-2947-1 will become capable of levitation. Breaking physical contact with SCP-2947-1 will result in it orienting itself horizontally and continue rotating at its original speed. During this time, it will produce SCP-2947-A1, a semi-solid, stylized holographic construct resembling a Smilodon fatalis, with a mane of blue flames and striping in a pattern similar to the color on SCP-2947-1 itself. Contact with skin will cause SCP-2947-1 to cease motion and fall to the floor. When spun in a direction the user perceives as clockwise, SCP-2947-1 will again suspend itself in midair, but along a vertical axis. During this time, information is projected onto SCP-2947 in a manner similar to statistics screen in a Japanese role-playing video game, displaying information such as SCP-2947-1's weight, maximum speed, and a statistic which simply reads "Fighting Spirit," which is listed as Burning Smilodon. Furthermore, any item that can be classified as a fidget spinner toy that makes direct contact with SCP-2947-1 and is transmogrified into an instance of SCP-2947. These additional instances possess anomalous properties identical to SCP-2947, but have variations on the statistics display based on design, composition, weight, etc. However, new SCP-2947 instances do not carry the same transformative properties as SCP-2947-1. Most instances of SCP-2947 to date also have a unique fighting spirit. If at least 2 SCP-2947 instances spun counterclockwise, an Aoki event will occur. Aoki events are characterized by 2 or more SCP-2947-A instances engaging in combat with one another. During this event, SCP-2947 instances will proceed towards the highest point in the area, up to 20 meters in outdoor areas, and attempt to collide with each other. These collisions are represented by physical combat that takes place between SCP-2947-A instances. SCP-2947 instances are unaffected by normal gravity for the duration of Aoki events. The apparent win condition of an Aoki event is knocking all other SCP-2947 instances to the ground and immobilizing them. Following the conclusion of an Aoki event, SCP-2947 instances will return to their base state. Discovery. SCP-2947 was discovered following its confiscation from a student at middle school in Bangor, Maine. It was placed in a bin of confiscated objects, along with several other fidget spinners previously confiscated, transfiguring all it made contact with into SCP-2947 instances. At the end of the 2016-2017 school year, when all confiscated materials were returned, at least 3 individuals independently spun their SCP-2947 instance counterclockwise, resulting in a large Aoki event. Due to the semi-solid nature of the entities and the force of the attacks, mainly in form of large pockets of high air pressure, over $200,000 in damage was done to the building. Transcript of security camera footage documenting the Aoki event is available below. For the purposes of clarity, all SCP-2947-A instances are referred to by the designations given to them on their statistics board. I'm going to read the transcript given of the security camera footage, as we do not have the video. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. It starts at 2:39:15 p.m. Kyle Ballard, age 13, is seen spinning SCP-2947-1 before inadvertently letting go as another unidentified student collides with his shoulder. It hovers in midair, unnoticed by Ballard, as he proceeds to berate the student who collided with him. 2:39:27 p.m. In the cafeteria, another student, Michelle Fletcher, puts down their SCP-2947 instance after spinning it counterclockwise. It proceeds to hover in midair before an instance of SCP-2947-A, Congo Cerebus, resembling a 3-headed gorilla, appears underneath and grows to reach the ceiling, approximately 10 meters high. The table it was laid on buckles under its weight, and Fletcher and several other students run out of the room. 2:39:31 p.m. Ballard's SCP-2947 instance flies around him in a figure-8 pattern before it manifests its own SCP-2947-A instance, Burning Smilodon. A Smilodon fatalis with a mane made of blue fire. It roars before proceeding to run in the direction of the cafeteria. 2:40:02 p.m. Dr. Craig Ward, Ballard's homeroom teacher and original confiscator of SCP-2947, idly spins a 2-pronged fidget spinner before abruptly sneezing and having it fall out of their hand. It hovers in midair, and an SCP-2947-A instance, Queen RNA, in the form of a 20-limbed spider-like creature, appears, running from the room with the SCP-2947 instance in tow. 2:41 p.m. Queen RNA runs down the chemistry hallway at high speeds. The air pressure wave created by its running shatters the fume hoods within labs 1 and 2 and leaves a large crack in the hood of lab 2. Labs 1 and 2. Ladies and gentlemen, we're receiving an interruption.
Oh, alrighty.
An interruption.
Yes.
We're checking the rum cake. Checking the glaze, ladies and
How goes the rum cake?
yeah, we're cooking it. It's cooling it down.
Ah.
Don't do that. All right. We're cooling it down. Here's the rum cake. We're gonna poke some more holes in it. Holes. We're gonna poke.
Yeah, poke holes in it.
Holes.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm gonna have to leave a note on the door that says 0 to 4 on the shower.
0 to 4. 4 hours sitting there with no work done?
That's right. No, it'd be 4 to 5. 4 to 5. Okay?
We're poking holes in it.
Now that's crazy.
That is indeed crazy. How many viewers do we have currently? Mr.
We
Poker?
have. Or wait, Eli Favor is watching, right?
No, he's not.
Well, is he on the screen though?
He's...
Okay.
Yeah, he's there.
Yeah,
But he's...
Eli is watching because he just commented, and I'm watching, so we have 0 viewers.
We have 0 viewers.
It appears to me as though we have 0 viewers.
They all left.
Well, yes. Oh my God! It's bro. No, we need to keep this stream going. Hey, Robuscus. What's going on, man?
And you just joined in the middle of a riveting story.
Indeed, you did. We were talking about SCP-2947 while making a Lady Maria thing. It's going quite nicely, if I do say so myself.
Glaze for a rum cake. We do everything here.
Well, Robuscus, you're asking what's going on. Why, while he talks about rum cake, let me show you what I'm currently working on, because it is
We're making rum
quite,
cake.
in my
Very
opinion,
robust.
impressive.
We have a rum cake, a finished rum cake. The only thing we need to finish is the glaze. We're going to pour the glaze all over that delicious rum cake.
Indeed,
It's gonna
we
be
are.
delicious.
See, it sounds
Don't
amazing.
breathe on the rum cake, please.
And now we are not breathing on the rum cake. We are not breathing on it. That is
there's
not
currently
happening.
a child breathing on the rum cake. I just spent a lot of time on that, and he's literally coughing on it.
Well, you know, he
He's
just
like-
can't contain himself. It's just too good full of rum. You know?
I'm not keeping the act anymore. I'm just disappointed now.
Oh.
I'm sad.
Oh. Huh. I'm sorry to hear that.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna continue this. So the camera's feed continues at 2:41 p.m. Clean RNA runs down the chemistry hallway at high speeds. The air pressure wave created by it, its running, shatters the fume hoods within labs 1 and 3, and leaves a large crack in the hood of lab 2. A fourth SCP-2947-A instance, Centurion Remus, in the form of a Roman centurion with the head of a large wolf, appears and engages in combat with Queen RNA, resulting in damage to several rows of lockers. The origin of Centurion Remus is unclear. SCP-2947-A, when recovered, was found to have been soaked in water that was identified to be from the toilet of the men's restroom. 2:41:09 p.m. Several tables in the cafeteria are buckled and broken by the arrival of burning Smilodon, which grows to match the size of Congo Cerberus. Kerberos. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Burning Smilodon pounces on Congo Cerberus, causing both SCP-2947 instances to come into view of the cameras. They proceed to collide repeatedly, shooting sparks from the collisions. 2:43:05 p.m. After several minutes of battling, sparking from the two battling SCP-2947 instances ignites leftover cooking oil in one of the warming trays for cafeteria food, causing a fire to break out. At this point, the fire alarm is triggered and evacuation starts. 2:45:29 p.m. Burning Smilodon subdues Congo Cerberus. Cerebus. Did they spell that right? Burning Smilodon roars, causing several lights overhead to spark and shatter. Both instances fall to the ground inert as cafeteria worker sprays the oil fire with a fire extinguisher. 3:00:29 p.m. Queen RNA and Centurion Remus's battle spills out in the parking lot of the school, where all school personnel are evacuated. Centurion seen impaling clean RNA on the school's flagpole, which causes it to buckle in half. For both instances are rendered inert. One SCP-2947 instance lands on the head of an instructor, causing him the following
Ouch.
consequences.
I just got brutally hurt.
310. Oh, are you all right?
Yes. It's
Do you
just
have an injury?
Lady Maria
have a-
stabbed me several times in my orifices. I'm not I'm not feeling very well.
Not feeling very well?
No, you know, orifices are supposed to be opened, but now they're closed, filled with the steel of her blade.
Orifices are cool.
Yeah,
Sorry to hear
my orifices are filled now. With her mighty Rakuyo.
that. 3:10:02 p.m.
Okay, just
Foundation containment personnel arrive on scene and begin reviewing video logs. That is the end of the video transcript. On to addendum. Single addendum, not really labeled. Evolution of SCP-2947-8 instances. During the 15th test of combat between SCP-2947-A4 and SCP-2947-A1, the Burning Smilodon entity underwent a change in appearance following its victory. SCP-2947-A1 now has longer fangs, a larger mane, and an overall larger body structure compared to the original appearance. Furthermore, testing of SCP-2947-A1 now shows that it has had a significant increase in the maximum speed at which it can be rotated, and weighs less than it did upon containment. These changes are reflected in the statistics screen, as is the change of SCP-2947-A1, which is now referred to as coronal Machirodont. SCP-2947-A1 has been observed winning contests more consistently. It is unknown if other SCP-2947-8 instances are capable of this evolution.
Oh, hey, now we're at one watching. I think that one is me.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we've slowly just lost all of our viewers.
Well, don't worry, I'm still watching. So, you know what? We're not doing too bad, I don't think. Oh, wait, never mind. That one is Eli, which means that I, as a viewer, technically don't count. Now, isn't that interesting?
Yeah,
That's really weird, don't you think?
strange.
Yeah, I have a question. Do you have PlayStation Plus?
Yes.
Well, how about this? Why don't you go on the PS4 and you can try out my horror game and we can get a live studio experience of someone else playing my horror game.
Excuse me.
What do you say to
Alright.
that, Mr. Favor?
Sounds good. Hold on,
Alrighty.
let me pour this on the cake. Pouring the glaze on the cake as we speak.
Now, I am still in the party, so all I have to do is invite you and it should work quite nicely. So I feel as though we already have things set up here for a very good time, wouldn't you say? You are
Yes.
going to you're going to shit yourself in fear. I can guarantee that. You are.
Hey, no
it's
curse
it's
word.
going to be.
He's gone.
This is not a family friendly YouTube channel. I was just being
I
polite
don't
to
know
that one person.
why.
in
No, but
particular.
why was that one?
Oh
one
yeah,
viewer-
it was pasta. It was pasta.
Is pasta not like cursing?
Apparently not. You know. I mean, hey, the more you know, I suppose. Yeah.
So, ow. All
Ah.
right. So now, ladies and gentlemen, there is a puddle of glaze in the center of the cake.
I cannot appear
Yeah,
to find you.
I'm gonna send you a picture of this cake because I'm kind of proud of it.
You should send me and and I'll post it on the Discord server.
Oh, do the people who listen to this
Why, yes, they do.
Are they on the? I am not a member of the Discord server. I don't know why.
You are not. You should be. It'd be a fun little experience. Yes, it really would. CS:GO more like TF2, you say, Eli, Mr. Favor. Ah, my speaker! Don't worry, all's well. That was fully intentional, purely intentional. I just wanted to introduce some excitement. Ah, my controller! I wanted to introduce some excitement into this little conversation here, you know, with some live action. Although they couldn't hear it, so it was more like live radio.
God. That's delicious.
Yes. What's Maria gonna do anyways, huh? What was she gonna do? Poke me? Oh, she tried. Oh, she tried. I have invincibility frames. What is she gonna do? That's what I thought. Oh, okay. I could not compete against her combo system.
Yeah, too much glaze my butt cheek. That is
I'm sorry, your butt cheek?
my butt cheek.
What is happening to your butt cheek?
Too much glaze my butt cheek. I'm saying is
Oh.
my grandma said. There's
Wait,
too much glaze.
So
I need to
is
go
she?
to sleep soon.
Yeah,
It's getting kinda late.
is she calling you a butt cheek, or is she saying that your butt cheek has too much glazed upon it, or are you saying too much glazed, more like my ass? I'm not quite sure which one you're getting at here. It's I'm honestly not quite sure which one it is.
Are you reading the chat right now? Because
Well, Movie Maker WoW 2 has returned, and there appears to be a few other viewers. I hope Robuscus is here, because Robuscus will soon see you scream like a little girl when you get onto my game. If you do it, this stream, that is.
I'm very tired.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
Can we postpone that to where
Why?
like maybe
We can.
next live stream? I'll do it.
Why as good as it gets?
And we gotta have more. How many people are on the Discord?
Well, as of right now, at this very moment, due to a technical difficulty that happened, we have on the Discord server 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, including myself, 6 people.
And we only have 4 viewers. Well, that's kind of strange, Mr. Cugsley.
Well, no, we were at 6 at one point, so we were actually above the number on the Discord server. But you see, the problem with this was there was a situation that occurred recently where there was a situation where a bunch of people left unexpectedly. And yeah, they're currently in the process of joining back right now, but yeah, there used to be like 20 around there. Probably like 20.
Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news.
Nah,
Bruce
I already know.
Willis
I already
wants
wrote.
to kill you.
I'm
Bruce
sorry.
Willis wants you
Bruce
dead,
Willis?
ladies and gentlemen.
I'm sorry, Bruce Willis?
Yes, breaking news.
Wait, why
I just
Bruce
found
Willis?
Just found out Bruce Willis wants you dead. He's quoted saying, "What?
Wait, you're telling me that Bruce Willis, the Bruce Willis, wants me dead?
Stay hydrated.
He wants many people dead."
Well, am I part of that particular group with which he wishes death upon, or do I just happen to be a bystander who is caught up in this death situation?
You're part of it. You're part of it. He wants.
So he specifically asked for my death in particular. It was like, I definitely want Cugsley amongst others
He had
dead.
a list.
Ah, he has a list.
And
Does he check it
listed off
twice?
all the names. I'm not going to read the list that he had, but I will quote him. He's quoted as saying, "I will give as many people as I want this godforsaken virus if I have to walk every square foot, of this, excuse for a planet."
Oh, well, you know what? I suppose he does want me dead then. That sucks. But you know what? It is Bruce Willis, so what can I say? Classic Bruce Willis, I tell ya.
Classic Bruce Willis.
Classic Bruce Willis, man. He's just asking for everyone's imminent demise. Oh yeah, also Brobuscus. Making a
other
Mahjong game.
news, from Yahoo... Oh, sorry, did I interrupt you?
Oh yeah, I was just saying, making a Mahjong game currently, and it's coming along quite nicely. All the pieces are almost finished.
Oh, that looks very nice.
Thank you. You like it, right? Thank you.
Yeah.
Which piece do you like the most? I'm curious. The buttons, the bamboo, or the symbols? I haven't finished these ones yet, so they don't count.
Can you zoom out a little bit?
Zoom out or zoom in?
Out, so I can get a good look at all of them.
All right. Well, there's all of them right there. Actually, there's those two right there as well.
I
You see, Proboscis is cultured because Proboscis likes the bamboo, which is honestly, it's my second favorite, which is I actually have them ordered in my favorite order. Buttons are like the lowest, bamboo, and then these, because these were difficult to make. But here's what they look like. Here is like these one. This is really all you need to see because there's the buttons, the bamboo. Actually, if I can do is watch this. Watch this. All I got to do is.
I like the special characters.
The special characters aren't there yet. We're not. Don't look at the special characters.
Yeah, I want the special.
No.
I'm saying
no.
if you don't have it.
How dare? No. Just amongst these. Nothing like one of the
Special
oldest
character.
gambling game in the world to get your blood pumping. Honestly, really, it's a fun game. I was introduced to it, and after wanting to learn it for years, and because my grandma, funny story, I was like, "Hey, grandma, can I learn mahjong? I see you playing lots." Like, what? You're too white. I'm like, pardon me? She's like, what? You want to learn mahjong? That's funny, white boy. Like, come on, grandma. That's uncalled for. Can we? I just want to learn. Like, why do you want to learn mahjong? I'm like, because it looks like a game that I would enjoy, and my ancestors obviously play it. You're one of them. She's like, funny, white boy. Like, okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news.
Ooh.
More breaking news from Yahoo. Saved by the Bell star Dustin Diamond hospitalized in Florida recently.
Wow, man, Yahoo is obviously breaking a lot of news here. And also, Proboscis, that's pretty cool. Only one of my grandparents is Asian. The other one is interesting. Let's just say that. But one of them is a Taiwanese. So I'm 25% Taiwanese, but not really. I'm actually 25% Thai. But for some reason, she was just living in Taiwan, I suppose. But she was born in Taiwan, which means her parents must have been from Thailand, or they were also from Taiwan and happened to marry into another Thai family without realizing, or maybe they realized it. Point is, I'm not actually Taiwanese. I'm Thai. 25% of it, actually. I found that interesting. I always thought I was Taiwanese. Turns out I'm not. Also, you eat Domino's, but not the pizza, the object. Well, these are a little thicker than Domino's. I wouldn't try eating these. If you manage to get through the Domino's, you aren't going to get through these. Especially if they are made out of the newer stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news.
Really?
More breaking news.
That's
Apparently,
interesting.
more than 11,000 containers of ice cream are being recalled for having metal shards in them.
Oh, well, you know what?
Being
The
recalled
metal
by the Food and
shards.
Drug Administration from the Wise Market.
Well,
So keep on the lookout for that, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, the metal shards are what made them fun. I'm not quite sure why they're getting rid of them. Also, that's really interesting. I did not know that.
Ladies and gentlemen,
About the mahjong.
I'm not making this stuff up.
I feel as though you're serious. I completely understand that. I'm still not sure why they're getting rid of it. It would be pretty cool to have, like, ice cream metal shrapnel.
I want to let you guys know that we bring real news to the forefront here.
I do know that, Proboscis. I do know that they were originally made out of ivory. And I had this tough decision because they actually had ivory on the market. I thought to myself, do I get the ivory ones and have a really cool set of mahjong pieces? On one hand, I have it right here, actually. The pieces. They're ceramic. Do I do that? On one hand, the ivory has already been made, but I would be showing my support for that market. And I'm like, I don't really want to do that because that would lead them to poach more elephants. So I'm like, ooh, I'm just not going to do the ivory. It's really tempting, but it's not worth it. So I have ceramic. But they're just as nice. So were and so were piano keys. Piano keys were also made out of ivory at one point. Come to think of it, a lot of stuff was made out of ivory. They really loved their ivory.
Ladies and gentlemen, more breaking news.
Oh dear God.
Golubki,
I'm sorry.
Polish stuffed cabbage rolls recipe, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm sorry, what?
23 days ago, as a matter of fact.
No, pardon me, what?
Golubki, Polish stuffed cabbage rolls recipe, ladies
Oh,
and gentlemen.
okay then. That's not as breaking as the ice cream shrapnel, but I will admit it is news and it has broken, so, you know, A there, I suppose. Alrighty. So, since we can't have Mr. Favor here play the game due to the fact that it is rather late, I suppose it's going to be now. I think now is a good time to call the end of this stream. I feel like we've done quite a bit. We've talked about the amazing health benefits of potatoes and green beans and other sorts of Green Giant products, specifically potatoes, as well as Canada Dry Ginger Ale. So I feel as though I've gotten my my sponsorship worth. Let me read this really quickly. Did I know that blue bananas taste like vanilla ice cream? I did know that because you told me. Yeah, so there is one more thing I want to do though before I go about my merry night. Actually, it's nighttime, so that last thing I want to do is just show off this really cool. Where is it? Show off this really cool house here. Because I like this house, and it's for an upcoming game that I'm making. And it's not done yet, the house that is. The house isn't even finished yet, but it's getting there. And behold the house. Now this is the outside of the house. It's supposed to look like this, but the inside is definitely supposed to look like the way it is. We have the entrance, what do they call it, like the foyer or something like that. We have this hallway here, which goes to two different parts of the house. Over here, you're gonna have the like the family room, the TV, whatnot. Then you have this little wind hallway, which goes this way. The basement's right here. The kitchen's right here. And then the office is right here. And in the kitchen, you have, well, a table in the kitchen and whatnot. Then you actually have the kitchen area behind here where all the cooking is done. Then over here and to the right, you have two options, left or right. If you go left, you're going to find the laundry room. And if you go right, you're going to go upstairs and then have the bedroom areas of the house. I'm currently making a literal entire house. Now, what will this house mean, or what will this house hold for the player in terms of houses, that is? I won't tell you. But I will tell you it's a house and it is being made, and it will be a very, very effective house at what it's supposed to do. And that's all my clues as to this house. Currently it's an empty house. Soon it will be a less empty house. I plan on putting mahjong pieces in there somewhere, just as a little Easter egg. Alright. Mr. Favor, seeing as we're about to go
Ladies
off...
and gentlemen, breaking news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news here.
Breaking news.
I was told Cabo San Lucas was ruined by too many Americans, so I went to see for myself.
What, was it true?
Yes. Too
Wow.
many Americans, indeed.
That
They ruin everything.
is a lot of Americans. Well, Mr. Favor, seeing as we're about to go off...
Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. James Harden trade reaction and Brooklyn Nets versus New York Knicks preview. Hoop streams. News from YouTube. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. How to make dairy and gluten-free baked goods that don't taste like crap. I love baking. I grew up in a household where my mother was in loaves of ellipses. That's all we have on the story today, ladies and gentlemen, but I'll be sure to keep you updated. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Favor, so seeing as we're about to go off air, do you have any final words that you would like to give to the audience to really cement in your goodbyes for now?
I would like to give a few words to the audience.
Is it going to be breaking news?
I gotta check my informants. I gotta dig a little deeper. I gotta
Alrighty.
dig a little deeper. Okay, so let's, because we really want the real deal.
We do indeed want the real deal, Mr. Favor.
And this is gonna be a speed round, okay? So we're gonna give you all the news as fast as possible.
And without any bias, because we are a reputable news source.
All right, breaking news: Representative Liv Cheney to vote for Trump impeachment. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen: reject sedition. House impeaches Trump in historic second rebuke. in breaking with Trump, Pence does what he believes in, strategists say. House again impeaches President Trump.
Yeah, there's a lot of President Trump here. Are we gonna... I feel like we're just newsing the news.
This is a speed round, ladies and gentlemen.
No, we're newsing the news. You're just saying the same thing, only wording it different. Come on, man. Have some integrity.
I can't process this stuff faster than I can spit it out. Okay, Mr. President. I just give the news.
That is fair. Okay, you know what? That is fair enough.
Who releases video following ellipses? Former Olympic swimmer Cleet Keller charged in Capitol riot.
Now that's wait a second. Really?
Hold on. Let's find some.
Less depressing news.
Let's find something.
Breaking
news. World events. Iraqi missiles kill 37.
Okay, that's it. Stop it. Where's the other news? I don't know. Oh, kitten saved from tree.
A U.S. frigate Stark in Persian Gulf.
Okay.
President.
How about... Isn't there anything good? I don't know. Breaking news. Man adopts 15 children and gives them wonderful future and career. Come on! Anything! A single thing. You have to have something, man.
I'm digging. So here we are. Security chaos in Dara. Unknown assailants attack collaborator.
You've got to
with
be
security
shitting
services.
me.
No, that's not good news.
Just a single thing. Come on, you got this. Just one piece of good news.
We got this.
We got this. It's easy. Just one good thing.
Breaking news: France refuses to lift blockade.
Blockade on who?
That's all we have, ladies and gentlemen. I give the news fast, not in detail, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, that's not very good then, is it? Because they could be blockading themselves. And thus committing suicide.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I know what's best, so...
Oh, is it good news then?
It's good news, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, that's good. Wait, what's the good news? The blockade or the fact that you know everything?
We're, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. A bloody day today in French for the French military in particular. The battle at Verdun and the Somme has really taken many lives, and we want to really want to have a moment of silence for the 27,000 French soldiers who died in less than 24 hours.
Wow. Uh-oh. It appears to me as though a man by the name of Radical Larry is here for my testicles. I'm going to run at sonic speeds and hope to God that he doesn't grope them. Running away. Running. Radical Larry, please don't touch me there. I'm
Ladies
begging.
and gentlemen, boys and girls, people and otherwise, I want to bring you news that today, June 28th, 1914, the Archduke of...
Oh no. The Archduke of... I suppose it is pretty breaking news, isn't it? Well, as you can see, folks, there's practically no good news in the world, and we are doomed to all die a slow, painful death at some point.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's some good news. The Jehovah's Witnesses. The Jehovah's Witnesses have joined the fight to keep France free, keep liberty in France. They apparently have jointed with the French military, particularly their land military. I don't know exactly what it's called, but in order to keep Christ's kingdom alive in France, it says, they need to militarize their churches and erase
Okay,
the
let's
world's
stop
scum.
that. Let's stop that before we go into darker territory with the Jehovah's Witnesses. I never thought I'd say that sentence, but here I am saying it. So, with that, as you can see, there's a lot of good things going on in today, and we really just have to look a little deeper to find it. You know, it's a lot of people are focused on the negatives, but as you can see, that's not the case. There's a lot of good things going on. Like France blockading itself. Like France having Jehovah's Witnesses help blockade themselves because of the fact that they're currently in a blockade. For example, the U.S. Capitol riots. Those were a fun time. You know, you just sit back a beer and watch this. Jesus! You watch Jesus. Now,
Watch Jesus with the Jehovah's Witness.
yes,
Clearly,
in France.
France knows what it's doing at the moment.
France really does. I don't know what's going on with France, but I'm sure they do. So there's there's some kind of assurance there, which I'm quite happy about.
You know, as the old saying goes, if you can't stand the state of France, get out of the kitchen.
Die. Oh, sorry. Wrong phrase.
What?
No, I said if you can't
was that
stand.
the wrong phrase?
No, yeah, I said die. You said if you can't stand the ways of France. I said die. You said get out of the kitchen, and I was a little taken aback by your mundaneness. You know. I thoroughly expected you to wish upon them some form of death, which would result in the unification of the French people.
I mean, yeah, the whole Jehovah's Witnesses really do help them a lot. I mean, they get all the help they can get. Well, June was a bad month for them, and I feel like they're going to make a comeback this season.
I'm sorry, what happened in June?
The June, I not tell you, they received many casualties, the military, apparently. That's what the news says here. That's what my script.
Oh.
From the news.
Wait a second. I thought it was news on the fly. When did you get a script?
It was Austria.
I'm sorry, Austria blockading itself?
No, Austria was attacking France.
Oh, wait,
And
what? When did Austria attack France?
Well, that's why the blockade came up.
Blockade? There's no water between them.
A land blockade.
Oh, I was thinking of a naval blockade. You know, I just thought to myself, oh.
I'm being informed not to be racist by
All right, Proboscis.
our
See you later.
staff members here on the show. I'll try to keep it that way. But the viewers really aim the show more than I do. So, ladies and gentlemen,
I'm sorry, you cut out there. Oh, it appears to me I already had these lights on. Well, a viewer here has tuned in and decided to say, and I quote, Dr. Phil. What do you have to feel about? What do you feel about that? What's your opinion on the beloved doctor?
Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. France is mobilizing. France is mobilizing, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm sorry?
We're getting some word that they have become communist, which is not a problem. I don't have any problem with. Bravo, Spartan.
I'm sorry, Bravo Spartan? Oh, hey! Well, you see, that's my good friend. Bravo Spartan. He constantly harasses me and says, go to sleep!
I know we were told not to be racist on the show, but...
Wait.
What?
Uh-oh. That's not a line I'm sure we can cross on radio. Maybe on TV, possibly on YouTube, but not on YouTube radio.
Yeah, I think radio's not doing too well in this day and age.
Yeah, no, we really can't push it with the radio stuff. That's
not
pretty
my
close.
Morals, it's my ratings.
Yeah, really, honestly. It's, You know, I mean, it's really what the like. You ever seen a racist radio show that doesn't get backlash apologize? I haven't.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know, it's always when they get backlash that they apologize. It's never when they're just, you know, it's really the ratings that matter. Also, you have a question. All right, what is this question that you have for me, Mr.
I'll answer
Bravo
this question
Spartan?
for you, Mr. Cugsley.
Oh, okay.
Right on me.
So, all right, Mr. Favor here is going to answer this question for me. So, I fully expect that you ask a very difficult and challenging question so you can further emphasize Mr. Favor's genius, because it really does need to be done justice. You're welcome, Mr. Favor, for that very. I think that was a good compliment. What do you think?
Thank you. It all depends on this question that I'm given. So, Mr. Bravo Spartan, go ahead and give me that question.
All right.
As if you were speaking it to Mr. Cugsley here.
Yeah, like even address it to me. So make sure it's very clear that it is not for Mr. Favor, but Mr. Favor is going to answer it either way, especially with my permission, which I'm giving.
He's not saying anything. He's not saying anything.
Well, JoJo said, "Damn it!" So, I mean, that's a pretty good question, I'd say. It's not from Bravo Spartan, but
I missed Bro Buck.
oh, okay. Yeah, no, Judge, you just missed it. Also, so you bought a digital album and you downloaded it, but you can't play it and it won't show up in your downloaded music. Can I help you out? Well, I'm not going to answer that because
I can't see the question.
Oh, okay.
See the question.
I'll tell you. So Wyatt, Bravo Spartan said, and I quote, "So I bought a digital album and I downloaded it, but I can't play it, and it won't show up in my downloaded music. Can you help me out here?" End quote.
So what?
I said JoJo. Did I call you Joji?
Or
Whoops.
a phone? What kind of device is this?
I assume it is an iPhone 12 Plus.
An iPhone 12 Plus. I am not too familiar with that device, but I can give it a think. You said it was in your downloads, but you can't play it?
That is what he said. He said it is not in his Pro. He said that he downloaded it, but it's not showing in his downloads. He bought it, but it's not showing in his downloads, and it's not letting him play it. So what do you say for this, Mr. Favor?
So did you keep a receipt of? All right, I have a few questions.
It is an online purchase, therefore he should have a digital receipt.
All right. So first question: do you have a digital receipt? Second question: is there a sort of install log or a purchase log that you have in the app that you bought it that you can look through? Can you look at a list of? All right, then check that for me. Check that kind of install log. Does it show up or is it missing?
Huh? No. You don't get to open that door. I can see that you're perfectly fine. I'll leave and reload. Sorry. I'm being harassed by a bird in cloaks. Nothing is missing. Oh, wait, you said that it is... You said that it won't show up in your downloaded music. You know, it appears to me that JoJo here is able to handle this situation, Mr. Favor.
It appears that a viewer is helping another viewer.
You know what?
I enjoy that sort of social interaction
exactly.
in this community.
Exactly. It's a very closely, tight-knit community which has a lot of respect for each other, and I appreciate that, both in viewers and in people in general. Because we are wholesome radio hosts.
Mr. Cugsley, I have joined the server.
That is awesome. Welcome to the server.
Because I can't message anything for 10 minutes.
Oh, when it comes to music, I do know you, JoJo.
I use Amazon Music as my music player.
You have very good taste.
And when I go to offline music, it doesn't show up.
And also, if I'm still streaming when Brobuscus is back, then Brobuscus will join back. So don't worry, JoJo. We'll come back eventually.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have to leave right now.
That is all right. You've given us 2 hours of entertainment, Mr. Favor.
Currently being sedated.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I am losing brain function. So, ladies and gentlemen, can we get a round of applause? Thank you, ladies. Thank you, ladies.
I just got kidnapped. Alright, yeah, you should definitely figure that out. Also, I'm gonna hang up because it sounds to me as though you are slowly becoming comatose. So for the sake of your mental health and physical health at this point, I will talk to you later. Yeah. Yeah, thank you very much for joining us tonight. Okay, oh, hey, I escaped. Oh, hey. I killed myself in the door. Yeah, that was pretty bad. So, that concludes our main segment here of this entire stream. Yeah, I love the fact that he just kind of appeared and started talking randomly, although you guys couldn't hear it due to the fact that there was a technical difficulty regarding party chats. However, rest assured, it did happen and it was very sudden and quite surprising. So before I go, I'm gonna stream for 15 more minutes before I head on out here. Clean it up exactly at 11 o'clock. So, I want to show you guys. I want to show you guys a really fun game that I played on here. And it's not Mahjong, it's Mahjong Solitaire. Because an actual Mahjong game is very difficult to program due to all the very different variations in hands you can have, as well as the different actions you can perform within that. It would create quite an interesting scenario trying to program it, which is it's exactly what I'm doing, but I'm also recognizing it'll take a bit. So it's perfectly understandable that someone wouldn't make an actual Mahjong game yet. However, Mahjong Solitaire is still just as good. So, I'm currently on 4 here, level 4. And here's what you do. Let's see, so there's this piece here. I believe that is 7. So you click on that, and you click on this, and they disappear because I picked 2 of the same type. Or like, I don't know, this 4 and this 4. Or like this 2 and that 2. See where I'm getting at? Yeah. So what I want to do is restart this actually so I can do this properly. And let's get to it. Let me turn on some music here. Sound of it. Oh. Here we are. Speedrun it. 15. Is that an advertisement? That's an advertisement. Okay. That wasn't an advertisement, but I accidentally clicked on an advertisement, so that was all there was. Okay. That's interesting. Let's try that again. Here we are. So let's begin, shall we? Let's do this. Let's just do that while we're at it. And then this. And then we'll also do this. And then we'll do... And then we'll do this. See, I'm smart. I got this. And then, what we'll do is, I don't know, this. Yes. There you go. Here we are. Getting closer. We'll get rid of those pieces right there. I could do that and that. Or I could do this and this. I'll do this and this. Then that 5 there. Get rid of that. Now there are no more 5s left. Do that. And there's a few options here. Your meds are making you lose grip on reality. You're a tad loopy. I didn't have to deal with that, luckily. I just had pain. Just pure pain. So pardon me one moment, really quickly. So when I got my wisdom teeth taken out, I refused to take pain medicine because I'm like, I can deal with the pain because I was badass and cool and also in a lot of pain as a result. I eventually caved in, but I didn't take enough to make me loopy because I had actually gotten over the worst of it by the time I started taking pain medications. So, a little fun fact about that. Yeah, at least you're not in pain. That is true. That was dumb. It was dumb, but it was pretty badass from my loopy point of opinion. More delirious from the pain than I was from the fact that I had taken the medic. It was bad in terms of pain. Just that's literally it. I should have taken meds. I should have, but hey, I experienced it. So now I can tell you exactly what would happen if you were to decide not to take meds. I could tell you in extreme detail what would happen and why you should most certainly take the medication at all costs. Huh? See? It was pretty epic. I actually got an infection as a result. Well, maybe not as a result, but I got an infection which definitely made the pain worse. Yeah, that was not a fun time. Getting an infection in your mouth sucks. It really, really sucks. Let's do that for now. Because I can get to winter. Just need to find a 2 up there like that. And do this. And do that. And do this. Then I have access to that, but not quite yet. Here we are. Now I can get rid of those 2. Now what I'm gonna do is activate that piece. And this piece. And this piece. And then I'm gonna release the turkeys. Or actually the peacocks really, but you know, whatever. Do that. You know that you shouldn't eat chips for a while. Oh yeah, no, I made a lot of mistakes. I ate early, I didn't wash my mouth properly, I talked a lot, and I didn't use pain medication. I essentially did everything that they told me not to do. I was actually rather careful with the eating, but my mom was like, hey, don't you want a sweet donut? And she just kept doing it until I eventually caved. I'm like, alright, you know what, fine. Fuck you, I'll eat the donut, watch me. And it was a horrible idea, and I regret every minute of it. But it was a pretty good donut. Of course, I ended up getting infected, and you know what? We've crossed so many lines already on this channel that I'm perfectly fine with explaining this. So what happened was, when you get an infection in your mouth like that, some very specific things happen. One of it is you'll get like a bump, because it'll get inflamed and yellow pus will start to ooze out. And what happened was, it was a very big old swell on the side of my mouth, because inside it was filled with yellow pus, and every time I opened it, pus would come out, or every time I squeezed it, pus would like just come flooding out of it. And, you know, after squeezing it enough, I ended up seeing white chunks come out, and I'm pretty sure those white chunks were the donut that got stuck in there. You haven't been speaking, you've been thoroughly rinsing your mouth with salt water, and you haven't eaten early. You're very intelligent for that. Appreciate that intelligence. Please. Because, man, does it suck if you don't do those very specific tasks. I literally went out of my... It could be seen as me literally going out of my way to avoid doing those in many instances. Not out of spite, purely out of cockiness, and to a degree... definitely stupidity. Do I have a single regret though? Not at all. Because I'm okay and alive. You're taking all precautions because your mouth and voice are completely the only reason your channel is going. Yeah, really, it's the only reason my life is going. If I couldn't communicate, I'd have a very difficult time doing things. Communication is extremely important. Also, I'm running out of options again. That was fast. Hey, no, there's one option left. Okay. See? Look. I'm doing it, please. Oh, no. Oh, man. Did I seriously lose again? Oh, come on. I was... Really? You can't record a cover if you have an infected mouth. That is correct. Well, you can. It would just really... It'd taste bad and it would suck. But you actually can. It's the speaking wasn't the problem. It was really just in general at that point. Just doing things sucked. I need to get to that. I need to open that up first. What if I take an alternate route, huh? What if I do... Wait. This. Do that. Then use this here. I'm doing this first. Smart. 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 Okay. And then I do that. And then this. And you may be thinking to yourself, oh, well, you know, that looks pretty, like, it looks like you got yourself in quite the pickle there. You know, you're very quickly running out of new moves to do. Yo, quite noticeably, Cugsley, it appears to me as though, to a very high degree, you may be struggling a little bit. Well, I say no, I'm not struggling. This is going completely with my plan. See, now there's this and this here, but there's also this, which can be connected. Oh, well, to nothing. Okay. Well, don't worry, because I can do this, and then, okay, and I can do this, and then, okay, well, you've underestimated me, you see, for I can do that, then this, then that, then this. See? Things are oh. Oof, well, whoops. Get rid of that. Okay, I can do this, though. Yeah. Smart. I know. I am intelligent. No need to tell me. Look at that! It all worked out in the end. That's perfect. Look at that. Whoa. And that goes there. And this goes here, which means all the spring, all the season tiles are gone. And you know that dragon tile? Well, that dragon tile was dumb anyways, because it's gone now. And that dragon tile is also gone now, which leaves a little bit less on the board here. And then that's gone. Oh, hey. Oh. Huh. Okay. Well, that's alright. That's gone. This is gone. You're gone. You're gone. You're gone. See, I'm doing pretty well for myself, I'd say. Look at that. And all the peacocks are gone, and all the green tiles are gone. And then I do this, and then this, and then... Oh. Well, you see, this works in my favor. See, this is beneficial in more ways than one. You just don't see it yet. And neither do I. Also, it would be awful. Also, can you request a song? Midsummer Madness. Not just Doji, 88 Rising as a whole. You know what? My speaker fell again. This has been a very odd stream. It's not like it's gonna be monetized anyways. Let's do it. Midsummer Madness. Let's go. Midsummer. Then Madness. Rising. So, there's a song, Midsummer Madness. Is it like a collection or or do you mean not just JoJo song, but 88 Rising in a whole? When you say that, do you mean as like to start play 88 Rising songs, or do you mean is there an album called Midsummer Madness, or like a collection, or what are you referring to? Let's see. I can do this. This is easy. Easy. Uh-oh. Ooh, okay. Uh-oh. Well, this is not as easy as I remember it being, but it's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I can get through this. I can get through this simply. Oh no. Okay. What? Where's a match? I don't see a match. Oh. Oh, never mind. There is a match. Why? Thank you. Look at that. That freed up so much stuff. It did. Believe me, there. It definitely did. Well, if I do... No! I didn't mean to do that! Oh. Uh-oh. That's not good. No. I can turn this around. I can turn this around. I can. And I will turn this around. Nothing is lost. Everything is A-okay. Why did I do that? Okay. No. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything is perfectly fine. I'm fine. You're fine. We're all fine here. Okay. And this. And that. Uh-oh. Okay, get rid of you. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Oh, come on! No. There's... God! Ah, man. All because I accidentally selected the wrong... I can do this. Also, yeah, Jojo, when you get back to me, like, what you mean by 88 Rising as a whole, referring to Midsummer Madness. Until then, I'm just gonna keep playing Camellia. Okay, that's some top quality shite right there. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Watch, I'm gonna do that. I guess get rid of that while I'm at it or something else, but then I'm gonna do this. Open that up, get rid of that final... Okay, never mind. Gonna find another 4 first, and then get rid of it. Oh. Oh. Oh, okay, I guess that's not moving then. No, we're good, we're fine. Oh, okay, this is getting worse. We're still fine. I can do this. I can do this. Just need to concentrate. Huh. Also, I think my live stream is completely crashed in terms of trying to keep up with itself. There we go. This one. And then... No. Maybe? No. Ooh, but I see it. Wait, nope, that's not useful here. I did not do myself any favors with this. Okay, let's just work with what we have. Work with what we have, right? I can do it. I can do it. Okay. And oh hey, nope. It's already been 15 minutes. Oh man. All right, next stream I'll play Midsummer Madness, and I'll just call you after this and ask you specifically what you meant, if you're still awake. It sounds to me like you were a tad bit loopy when you messaged, right? So, stop the music. And that's going to conclude this 2-hour-long live stream. That was a lot. Whew! So, thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you in the either next video or next live stream. We'll find out. But yeah, so with that, see you guys later. And bye-bye. I don't want to record. That's not what I want to do. Stop it. Stop recording. There you go. Yeah, so with that, see you guys later.